We just want to introduce yourself. Everybody knows who I am, Dougie D. For those who don't know, tell them name.
So I'm Jordan JJ, the artist, local from New Britain. I just moved to Orlando, and I'm back for the weekend.
Okay. All right. How does it feel to be back? Was you homesick?
It feels. I actually didn't get homesick at all. Like, I really kind of didn't want to come back when I left, but I don't mind being back, seeing family, seeing people. So since I've been back, it's been cool. I went to the mall and I saw like 10 people I knew. So
You know how that
that's
goes.
cool. I ain't get that at all in Orlando yet.
Yeah.
So
All
it's
right.
been dope. You know how it feels.
How's the weather?
The weather down there is great. Like it's warm all the time. It rains, but it rains for like 20 minutes. There's been like 3 days where it rained for more than an hour at a time, but it's been great.
All right.
Been great.
Gotcha. We gonna cut the little small talk. We got a couple questions that I want to ask you. As I'm asking, I guess you're gonna be doing some drawings
Yeah,
or
I'll be
something.
doing a little
Sketches?
drawing. Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So we gonna kick it in. I definitely got some questions I want to ask. My first one is, when did you start drawing, and when did you know that you had a gift in drawing?
Ever since I was little, like I feel like all kids draw. Like everybody draws when they're little for the most part, and I just continue with it. Like I liked it a lot, and I was encouraged to do it because I was naturally gifted. So I can't give you an exact date, but it feels like it's been part of me since I could remember.
Right. Okay.
It's always been a thing.
We're gonna actually screen record that. We're gonna show you what he's drawing. So that's what we're gonna do right now. Do some screen recording. Okay. Definitely get you on that. Every kid draws. I used to draw. I thought I could draw, but I used to draw the same person over and over, and I couldn't get out of that one.
Yeah.
So with that, do you have something that you always draw? Like, is it a specific thing that you might always just sketch sometime, just when you doodle?
One of my go-tos, I like drawing faces and eyes. Like I'll do that randomly a lot, but I like to draw lions too. Lions are one of my big things that I draw all the time.
Now, is that your favorite animal?
I'm a Leo, so that's
Okay, that makes sense.
that's my symbol. That's my favorite animal.
Makes a lot
I
of
like
sense.
lions, and since I draw them a lot, like I know how to draw them without looking at a picture. I could just draw it off the top of my head for the most part.
That's dope. Okay.
And women, naked women, like are fun to draw too. One of my
Gotcha.
other top things.
Now, have you done any like muse sessions, like where they actually sit in front of you, do a live?
Yeah, I mean, I've done them in college. That was what our art classes were like. But I also have done a couple live drawings. I think 2 live paintings of people just sitting there posing.
Okay. Now, how does that work? How does the vibe for that one? Like, is it awkward for you? Is it awkward for them?
No, it's just, you gotta just make it unawkward. Just like when you take pictures of somebody, like it can be awkward if you make it awkward, but you just gotta be chill about it, and it's pretty cool. I try not, when I work with models, like I'm strictly artistic, even when I body paint. Like people always say, "Oh, damn, I wish I could body paint. You just paint naked girls all the time." Nah,
it's a zone you get into.
Yeah,
I get the same way. It's a zone that you don't see nothing but what you're doing. So all that extra stuff is like, yeah, it may look cool, but nah, once you're in that zone, you don't see that. Okay. So who do you look up to when it comes to art?
When it comes to art, one person is my uncle, Ellis Echeverria, because he's an artist. He's local to Connecticut. He's been doing art in the Hartford area since I was born, really.
Okay.
So he's big time out here. So growing up with my uncle being an artist, it inspired me for sure to follow that path and use my talents to actually make it a career. And as far as famous artists goes, Basquiat is like the number one. Like, just his story is incredible. His artwork is crazy. Yeah,
I think his story was the first one I read when I first got into the art world. It was like his story latched on in mind a lot, and yeah, I can definitely agree with the Basquiat.
Yeah, I think that's when we was doing the 1414 thing, and that's when we kind of introduced you to him. And
that was around Jay-Z. Was that was a good time.
Yeah, that was
great time.
For sure.
Great time. Okay, I asked the favorite thing to paint. How was the transition from CT to Orlando? And was there any difference in the art scene?
The transition, it went pretty smooth. It was planned for a while, so like it was kind of like I'm just anxious to go. And then when we finally went, it worked out pretty well. The art scene is definitely way better down there. It's a lot more opportunities, a lot more people that are willing to pay money for art.
Mm-hmm.
So as soon as I got down there, I found an event. Like 2 weeks after I went down there, I found an event. I found a little bar that let me set up in live paint and do a mural inside of the bar. And then I found out about some more events. I did a sneaker convention in the beginning of this month. And then last weekend I did 2 Juneteenth events.
Oh, wow.
So it's been like
yeah,
five events in the first month. So it's been dope.
Wow.
It's been dope.
That's definitely dope right there. Making moves as soon as you get out there.
Yes, sir.
What would you say your highest achievement or your best memory in your artistic career?
My best memory, it's hard to just pick one. There's been a lot. But some of the top memories and achievements have been, one was meeting celebrities. Like, that's always pretty cool, and being able to give celebrities my paintings. 50 Cent, DJ Khaled, Gunna are probably like the top 3 that stand out for me. There's also been, who was it, Dave East, Jacquees, Tinashe, Fat Boy, probably a couple more that I'm forgetting.
And how did you get connected into giving those? Like, what was the process for that?
I literally saw that they were going to be somewhere on Instagram, and I went there with the paintings. Sometimes I'll, like, when I knew they were going to be at the casino,
Mm-hmm.
I just messaged some of the bar club girls that I follow and let them know that I wanted to do a painting. Could you, like, help me get it to them? And they said, yeah. Really just asking people. People are willing to help you out most of the time if they see you're doing something positive.
But yeah, when you hustling and you definitely put yourself out there, good things will come. Definitely.
Yeah, and then another big accomplishment was doing my first art show, BAM, and then actually turning it into a yearly thing. Like, that was dope, because it was always great vibes. Like, if you've been to one, you know, like, it's a good event.
And the crazy thing is, I was always working, so like I would come to the BAM events, but I was never always there for the full. The third one, I was actually taking pictures, and for the full event, and wow, that was that was a highlight of my career. Just everything was like, it was love all the way around. Like, definitely, R.I.P. to my guy Gene, but that was just
the last one was epic. Like, definitely the best one.
My guy was a fool on the mic. Yeah. That was a good night. Good night. Ah, man. So, did you ever consider doing tattoos?
I actually bought a tattoo kit last year,
mm-hmm.
and I've done a couple practice sessions. I'm just waiting till I really have a good amount of time to practice and have someone to teach me the right way, so I could learn all the health protocols. I could learn all the right techniques, so I don't teach myself something wrong and have to relearn it. Mm-hmm. I'd rather learn it right the first time.
Gotcha. Okay. That's definitely big right there. I love tattoos. I haven't got one in a while, but I know if you get a tattoo gun, I'm definitely coming to you, because I've seen your work. I've seen you doing these sketches back in the OG days when we was working at. I mean, and just to see how far you came, I'm like, wow, like, this dude is really, really working and putting in that work, and I definitely respect it. Definitely do.
Appreciate it, bro.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
5 years. It's kind of hard, because if I think back 5 years ago, it's like I came a long way, even though I was working back then, but like, it's at a different level now. So in 5 more years, I just imagine it to just keep getting bigger. I definitely want to hopefully have my own business. I'm thinking about open up like a paint and sip business or some type of gallery. So that's one of my 5-year goals. I want to basically just keep doing what I'm doing, but at a higher level.
Okay.
Travel more, see some more states. Maybe I'll go live somewhere else for 3-6 months. But the possibilities are
just
really
the freedom of
limitless.
I mean, I get it. I'm looking for the same thing, and it's hard to pinpoint, because it's very, being an artist, it's like you have your highs and you have your lows, but it's worth it. It's definitely worth it.
Yeah,
Definitely worth it.
definitely worth it. Just being self sufficient and being able to do that with your own craft is like it feels great. It's a great feeling.
Definitely agree. Do you remember your first piece of art that you sold?
The first piece of art I sold was at my first show. I had my first show, and
When was this?
this was April 2015 at
Okay.
the 50 Shades show. So it was a whole bunch of paintings of nude women or sexually suggestive stuff. But I sold my biggest one for 300, and that was the price that I was asking. So selling your biggest painting at your first art show for the price that you want,
Yeah.
it was like
Nothing
it
to
really
talk about.
motivated me to really keep going.
That's dope. That's dope right there. That is dope. I don't even think I remember the first time I sold a picture or whatever to the party, but the feeling is like
Yeah.
it makes you want to just keep going. It's like wow, like people are paying me to do what I love to do, and that's a beautiful feeling. Beautiful feeling. Okay. Uh, did you always plan on becoming an artist, or did it just gravitate toward you?
It really kind of just happened. Like I was a good artist in high school. People always liked my stuff, and I was always either the best or the second best in the class. But I never thought it could be a career. I always was told that artists don't really make money, and it's one of the hardest careers to have. So I went another path. I was good at math too, so I decided to go to school to be a math teacher.
Mm-hmm.
And after a year, I was always sketching, doodling, drawing in my notes and stuff. And I don't know, just like it just clicked that I need to go look into the art school and see if I could make that a major. So I just did that, and since then it's been all art. I've got my fine arts degree in illustration at UConn.
And when was that transition? Like when was that? Like all right, I'm gonna take it serious. Like this is.
I think I started really taking it serious like after that first show. I did that first event and sold that painting, and I was like, okay, I need to really make this my thing full time or get to that point.
Was you always painting, or was it like more drawing? Because I know it's different. Because I know when I try to paint, it's like it's never the same one with drawing. So like, how did you transition to the painting scene?
Before my first event, I did maybe like 4 or 5 different paintings.
Mm-hmm.
So I was really just getting used to the brushes and all that. It's definitely a different transition learning how to use the mediums. But once I got acclimated to it, then it became natural.
All right. What was your biggest painting, and how long did it take you?
My biggest painting would be the painting that I revealed at my last event at BAM 5. It's the Nipsey Hussle, Biggie, Tupac, Chinx Drugs, and Prodigy.
I remember that time.
Painting little collab with the heaven and the clouds and the little angels. That's definitely my biggest painting. It took maybe hours wise, probably like close to 50 within 10 days. So
yeah, I actually remember that time of checking in. Like I remember pulling up, taking pictures, and you was locked in. Like you was.
Yeah.
Every time I came through, you had paint everywhere, and you was just literally locked in. I was like,
that's
wow.
when I was working full time. I had two part-time jobs, so I would work until like 6 and then come home and put in like 7 hours painting it. Yeah.
Where do you find the motivation to do that? Like that's some long hours. I know it's tiring. I know when I'm behind the computer editing, it takes a lot to. All right, I have to have that motivation. Where do you find that?
I feel like there's a few things. Like just one, after doing so many paintings, I know what I could do. So once I start something, I'm like, okay, I got to keep working at this until it's at the best I can make it.
Right.
So once I start, I'm just kind of locked in, and I don't want to really work on anything else until that's done. And then also, like, I do art because I want people to see my art. I do my art for the world. I want the world to experience it. So knowing that when I'm done, people are going to see this and feel great about it, I'm like, yeah, it motivates me to really put my all into it. Mm-hmm. And then also, like, it could make me a lot of money.
Yeah. What was the highest piece that you sold?
The highest I've actually sold 2 paintings for $1,500, so that's the highest right now. But since I moved down to Orlando, everybody's telling me, yo, you gotta jack those prices up, especially down here. So I have paintings that are listed for 10,000, 8,000.
Wow.
So hopefully within a year, one of those will be sold.
It's definitely. Do you now? Where do you put those paintings at? Like, where do people see those so they can?
I have everything on Instagram for the most part. I'm working on my website, so I have all my recent paintings on there for sale and just have more stuff shown on there. But usually I'll bring my paintings to my events whenever I pop up at an event. I'll bring some of my best stuff and people take pictures, send it to their friends. Social media does a lot for me.
Okay.
Social media is big.
Gotcha. Alright. I'm going to start wrapping up in a little bit. So now we're just going to pretty much hand it over to you. Is there anything that you want to let people know about the art side? Like, what do you want to let people know about your story?
Really, is the main thing for me is believing in yourself, because I've always had the talent there, but it just took me actually believing that I can do something with it to get to this level. Because I was just chilling. I was just finding jobs. I wasn't really using my craft to make a career. But once I saw that it's possible, and I got the support, I got people telling me, "Oh, you gotta push this. You're dope. Like, you could keep doing this." And then I believed in myself. Once that happened, it was over. I was like, "Okay, this is what I do now. This is what I'm gonna do, like, forever. I don't want a job. I don't want to work for nobody. I want to do art because this is what I love. This is me. This is who I am." So
I definitely get that. Definitely do.
Believing in yourself, practicing, put the time in. Yeah.
Alright, so yeah, we got to end it right there. That was definitely a good talk. We definitely got to have some more of these. I loved it. This is great. I heard you had some more events out here. How long are you out here for?
So I'm here until basically early Sunday morning. Basically tomorrow is my last day here. But I'll be downtown at Red Rock in Hartford doing a paint night, paint and sip.
Okay.
And then I'll also be in New Britain tomorrow morning doing another event, a little pop-up art event from 9 to 2. The paint and sip is 2 sessions, 7 o'clock, 9 o'clock p.m. Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
And now for these paint nights, is there still slots open availability?
Yeah, there's still open slots. Probably for both sessions, the 7 o'clock session and the 9 o'clock session. I believe they're $35 a ticket.
Get your tickets, man. Get them up.
Come with the group, you get a discount.
Okay. Gotcha. All right, man. Well, it was definitely good talking to you.
Yes, sir. Of course, bro.
Definitely appreciate you drawing me up my little sketch. I love my little Kanye West teddy bear, so I had him a little sketch me up a little something, just so I can add to my channel.
Looks when he throws it on the video.
Definitely. But all right, man. Definitely take it easy. We'll definitely be back.
Yes, sir.
All right.
All right.